BTS has amassed worldwide popularity these past recent years. With a loyal fan base, international tours, and large presence within multiple platforms, their career is brighter than ever. But along came with it the dark side of the pop industry. Sasaengs. By definition, Sasaengs are AWO, tone it down a bit there. You're not wrong, but screw it. In South Korean culture, Sasaengs are over-obsessive fans of Korean idol or idols that have engaged in stalking or other behavior that constitutes an invasion of privacy and or downright harassment. This does not imply that all armies are Sasaengs. Sasaengs are just a really heckin' vocal minority. Today, we'll be diving into Sasaeng harassment cases inflicted upon our Bangtan boys. We'll be analyzing stories and see how far these people are really willing to go. Ladies and gentlemen, cook up your popcorn and get your coziest blanket. Welcome to the BTS Sasaeng Archive. Case number 1. Jungkook's restroom incident. During the 2016 IT Asian Music Awards held in Hong Kong, the unsuspecting Jungkook was washing his hands inside a public restroom when two Sasaeng fanboys entered in as well. One of them took a photo, despite Jungkook's protests. He even posted it on Snapchat with the caption OMG finally I meet Jungkook, but he say no photo lol. All I can really say is that this boy must have flunked English class if he didn't understand what no photo meant, especially when Jungkook explicitly said it in English. Despite it being seemingly harmless, this counts as invasion of privacy. We should just be relieved that they didn't go further than that. Case number 2. The Sweden chase. Around May of 2016, BTS took a break and announced on the V app that they were going on a vacation to Norway and Sweden. But amidst having their peaceful break in Sweden, the boys were chased down by a Sasaeng. Some claim that the boys were actually chasing down a taxi, but personally, I don't think that justifies a fan chasing after them, especially as they were carrying heavy bags and backpacks. Another Sasaeng chased down Sugar and documented it with her phone. There are some suspicions of whether this truly was Sugar, but regardless whether this was a joke or not, it wasn't funny. One fan also stalked BTS straight from the airport and followed them intently. There was no aggression however, and the fan didn't appear to be going too close to them. Whether this was an innocent fan cam or plain stalking depends upon you. Personally speaking, following someone who doesn't want to be followed is stalking. Yes, there was no aggression, but videotaping their actions without consent is an invasion of privacy. Considering the fact that they had a camera crew with them, the person filming was better off waiting for a Bangtan bomb than risk invading what should have been their relaxing vacation. On the brighter side of things, the BTS Swedish fan base apologized for these people's actions, albeit this can no longer alleviate the damage the boys went through. It puts the other armies at ease that they feel remorse for the Sasaeng's actions and hopefully would never occur again. Case number 3. V's Kimpo Airport Pursuit. Around halfway through 2017, V was having a fun vacation in Jeju Island with his best friend, Park Bo-gum. Upon returning, he arrived to Seoul's Kimpo International Airport, where the unsuspecting idol was recognized and intensely chased down by Sasaeng fans. What began as a brisk walk began a full-on dash. The calls of the Sasaengs grew more aggressive. Luckily, his manager guided him swiftly to the safety of his car. Big Hit did not give out a statement, but this should be a very important lesson to them on applying more intense security measures. It's a shame that it had to be done thanks to these Sasaengs. Case number 4. J-Hope's sister's friend. Around the early half of 2016, photos from the account user_e circulated around Instagram of selfies with the BTS members. It turned out her name was Lee Yoo-sun, and she was a personal friend of J-Hope's sister. During the whole incident, she was fondly, or not so fondly, known as J-Hope's sister's friend. Many Sasaengs didn't take too fondly of her as she was bombarded by death threats. She was called a slut for her shirt. Delusional Sasaengs said she was filled with plastic surgery and harassed her continuously in the comments and DMs. The toxicity even reached J-Hope's sister, Yoo Da-won's account under the name Jiwoo0103. The peak of the verbal abuse was marked when both accounts were set on private. Although BTS was silent during the whole fiasco, many could imagine the disappointment they must must have felt on their fan base to attack not just fellow fans, but their own personal family and friends. Since then, many armies have scolded the Sasaengs and discouraged their behavior profusely.
Stop it. Get some help.
Lee Yu-sun reactivated her old account, but the pictures was already deleted. Ju Da-won renewed her account by the name of Mijiwoo103. If there is any takeaway from this whole mess, it's that fans of any celebrity or idol should know that at the end of the day, idols are just humans, and it's human right, like any of us has, to find people to hang out with and have relationships with. Idols aren't property, they're people with futures, dreams, and longings as well, and we shouldn't strip them of that. Case number 5. Manila poster chaos. During the epilogue concert in Manila, chaos broke out as some Sasaeng fans spotted the promotional posters hanging on the upper portion of the walls within the Mall of Asia Arena area. Pictures of these Sasaengs were taken forming a pyramid position to reach the posters. The situation escalated quickly as the crowd grew and became an outright chaos as people held on to their dear life for the posters. The whole scene was dangerous and catastrophic. Hopefully no innocent fan was caught up in the mess and injured. I would assume the Sasaengs wanted the posters as they seemingly appeared as free merchandise, which was insane. You're risking yourself, and this could have been easily remedied by simply buying merchandise from them, thus even supporting BTS. Some would counter that it costs money. Well, no shit, but it's far better than stealing what was promotional property and inciting fear on the Bangtan boys from this fiasco. If you saved up for a ticket and want merchandise, you should save up for that too. Case number 6. Headliner photo scandal. Thank you to Thejun Moon for the information below. Link to the blog post is in the description. Headliner, a popular Jungkook fan site, tweeted this photo on March 10, 2017. The photo caption is translated as 170309 transit. There is a breeze over here and the weather is almost as nice as Jungkook. It feels like autumn. American transit is seriously the best. The doors opened and outside the airport. Morning Jungkook came walking. The plane ride was long but he seems to be in a good mood. What made this photo concerning was that Headliner was violating Big Hit's rules. You see, only departure and arrival photos of Bangtan are permitted. Headliner took this photo when BTS made an unexpected stop during their transit from Korea to Santiago. This also meant that Headliner had coordinated their individual flight with BTS's so that they could have the same flights as them. Even if this truly happened to be a coincidence, they didn't seem to have innocent motives as they followed BTS and took a picture of Jungkook on a stop that wasn't ever disclosed to the public, albeit this person truly was a Sasaeng or was just a person seeking for profit on their idol fan account. The actions this person displayed is nothing less than an obsessive Sasaengs. As of March 2018, I scoured their Twitter and have not seen a trace of the photo, which I assume is now deleted. Case number 7. Indonesian airport harassment. Around 2015. BTS arrived from the airport to Indonesia. There they were greeted a little bit too enthusiastically by the Sasaeng fans as they persistently grabbed onto them, trying to get their hands all over the boys. The one who took the most harassment was Jungkook. However, as the Sasaeng fans grabbed onto him, Jungkook increased his pace before downright running to catch up with his other members. Many armies scolded the Sasaengs, telling them to don't touch him.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more! Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop!
Although Sasaengs are imminent, it's good to see other armies discouraging their behavior and ensuring the boys' safety and privacy. Case number 8, BTS by Mia. A now deleted fan account created by Mia by the name BTS by Mia committed sins akin to Headliners. BTS by Mia took pictures of BTS going through security and customs, although the account has long disappeared. Exposure threads from @JungHoseox and @expose_fan sites of the Sasaeng actions are still up. Allow me to read the main points of the posts. Let's start off with photos she takes at the airports. She got really up close and in the personal bubble type of area when it came to BTS. There are several photos floating of her either being beside them or behind them when they are checking in with the staff. She has her hoodie over her head and continuously arguing back and forth with the staff after they kept telling her she needed to stop. There was a group of girls and their mom just staring all shocked when Mia kept yelling at the security that they couldn't tell her not to take photos because they didn't have the authority to do so. She was blatantly yelling at powerhouse security, "This is America. You can't block me card." In some stops it got worse because she fought with the venue security and when asked on public groups as to how she took her camera in, she just refused to answer as a whole. Feel free to pause to let all that digest for a moment. You good? Well, there's more. She uploaded a statement about what is going on, but her reason for taking pictures isn't true. She was at all stops. She knew she wasn't supposed to take pictures in the first place. At Newark, I saw this one girl arguing and screaming at the staff, saying that this is a public place and she can take pictures as she wants. I later found out that she was Mia. She knew the rules in the first place, so I don't understand why she thinks she can get away with lying. Now she is selling photo cards and merchandise with the photos she took. Her stalking goes even beyond that. She knew BTS schedules that aren't disclosed to the public and posted it to a BTS Facebook group. Armies got on and confronted BTS by Mia. She's been exposed by fans several times, each time stating she did nothing wrong. She argued that she was in the right. Just today, she was exposed again. Fans got angry and wrote negative reviews on her photography page. She threatened to sue the fan and proceeded to say she did nothing wrong. This was done and said basically 5 hours before she made her apology post. This shows she's not really so for her actions or believes what she did was wrong. She's only sorry that people are finally finding out about what she really did. Another person called BTS by Mia out on her Facebook page. Feel free to pause the video to read that whole fiasco out. Now, BTS by Mia denied all these allegations, and we shouldn't be persuaded by numbers. Feel free to make your own research and come to your own verdict. Personally, my takeaway from this is that BTS by Mia certainly has done something wrong in regards to the airport photographs and schedules. Whether or not she felt remorse like the others are debating about is up to you. But at the end of the day, the account is gone and all we can do is discourage Sasaeng behavior to ensure the boys their safety. And with that ends episode 1 of the Sasaeng archive. That was a wild ride. Hit subscribe if you want to see more, and hit like if you want more. And with that, Detective Jim in T out. BTS